Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Skool Morning Show. Yesterday, Jenna said, I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm afraid. And I never know what I'm going to say either. Isn't that exciting? It's very exciting. We could say anything. I could get us canceled right now, but I won't because the intro is now over. There's no more intro. This is the end of the intro. I'm not going to be doing any more intros into this episode. Not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about the intros. This is the intro, and now it's over.
Hello there.
Good morning, Jenna.
Good morning. I'm like, if you're going to be chaotic, I'm going to be chaotic.
We got to save that for the end. Okay, so we've not done an About Page Wednesday in a month. I don't know what happened the past 4 weeks, but we've not done one.
Yeah, we always had something else coming up. So it was especially when you were not going to be here or I was not going to be here, That's
what it was. That's what messed us up. Well, we got a good one today. We're going to do a bunch. So
yeah, we're going to do our very best to speed run these, but in a way that's still helpful. So
in a valuable way. We're going to give you speed. We're going to do a school speed run in a valuable way.
Yes. But remember, if you want to chat with us live, make sure to go to the post in What is School and comment there. Mm-hmm. And if you want to help support the School Morning Show, it's free. What's that one thing where it's I think that they were watching, it's the bedtime stories, and I think it's Adam Sandler, and he goes, for free?
Yeah, I do. And it's totally free to support us. All you have to do is subscribe, comment, share it. Share it with someone that you might think will like us. I know that not everybody's going to like me because I'm a lot. But if there's somebody you think might like me, please tell them. Please tell them you like me.
Oh my gosh. Please do it now. So yesterday, keywords are now a thing. Woohoo!
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, buddy. I think that deserves this thing.
Yeah, boy.
Keywords are now a thing. You want to see something cool?
Okay.
Something cool
What?
with it? Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm ranking number 1 for the word traffic.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's pretty
awesome.
Cool. Before, I was I think I was at the very, very bottom of page 1, and now I'm ranking number 1 since the change, which is cool.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Like it.
It will get me traffic, which is ironic.
Traffic for being traffic. Very, very, very clever.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even checked. Yeah, What is School is ranking number 1 for What is School, so that's good because it's the name.
Yep. I looked up, I think, Schooler, and you were on the first page.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Well, now I'm going to find out.
Let's find out. Let's see if I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe it was just School.
Yep. Maybe it was just School.
Hold on. I'm going to figure this out. School. Okay, you were on the first page yesterday. I checked.
I am for School. I am on the first page.
Okay, good.
I think the other thing is I don't know. You know what? Never mind. Let's not try to figure this out right now.
But what is y'all's keyword that you're trying to rank for in search? Do you have one that you're trying to get?
Let us know what your keywords are because that would be interesting. I think that has a lot to do with us talking about Page Wednesday too, is just the keywords itself are now going to be more important than just the About Page copy. So previously it was make sure the keywords are in your About Page copy. Still is important because it's still looking at your About Page.
Megan is here.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
Hello, Megan. We know a thing or two about you now because you are the DIY gardener.
Mm-hmm. You might want to stick around because you might see more of you on this show.
Right. And so with the keywords, I think that you might even be able to, I haven't tested this, right? And I haven't asked, but I think you might be able to use keywords that people might be searching, but you don't necessarily want in your copy. So that would be cool too. I think that might be something that is going to work.
Megan's keyword is gardening. What are you ranking for it?
Let's see.
Let's find out.
Are you
Or
searching it right now?
I will search it real quick. Also, I'm curious about DIY gardening. I wonder if that will pop up.
She
Let's look up.
searches as number one for gardening.
Oh, but DIY. I bet
Very
DIY
nice.
gardening is also number one. It is. That's awesome. Heck yeah! Look at you guys. Y'all are so successful.
You want to pull it up?
I'll pull it up. Yeah, I'll just pull up her. I'm just gonna pull up her about page. How about that?
Sounds good.
Oh, it's so tiny. There we go.
There we go. It's
I might have
About
to
Page Wednesday.
I might have to do a zoom in to make it a little bit bigger. But DIY gardening, which I might have to take a look at that because I have my garden ready to go. I have not actually done it yet, but I've got everything ready.
Now, see, I think that she might understand what a gorilla card is. Megan, let us know if you know what a gorilla card is, because we were talking about that, I think, on Monday. Because I did a lot of research on like what was going to be the best cart or thing to like wheelbarrow or anything that you could use for gardening. Gorilla cart came up as number one, so I got one, and then I found one for my son, and it is so cute.
There we go. Now we can read it.
All right, perfect. So she says, learn organic gardening, grow your own food, turn your harvest into fresh. Now I can't read it because of our live thing, but I'm going to just pull it up on my own.
Okay.
Turn your harvest into fresh garden to table meals for your family will love. I like that. Why do you think people want to garden? Megan, if you are still with us, let us know. Why do you think people want to garden? Like, what is the core reason that they would be wanting to do this? I think you said Megan also has a really good YouTube channel, right?
She does. Yeah, her videos are awesome. I know for me, like, if the reason why I want to garden is just because there's so much chemicals in all of our food, and it'd be nice to like not have chemicals in my food, grow it fresh, and also just because things are getting so expensive, just having that to supplement would be really nice, especially right now.
I just went to her YouTube page and she immediately got me with the grow massive garlic because I am a garlic girl. I'm like, yes, I want all the garlic. This is really cool, especially.
I know her page is awesome.
Yeah, especially like the carrot thing, because I've always had, and it's so funny. Like one of the first things she shows is like the carrots that look all funky. That has been my life, trying to grow carrots, and they're just like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna look weird.
I'm gonna pull up her YouTube just so everybody else can see it.
Okay. I'm reading her comment now, and she said, there's so many reasons: better tasting food, more nutrient dense, reduce pesticides and herbicides, access to more variety. Yes, you're commenting on the post in What is School. That's perfect.
Yep. That's why she likes to teach that and why she does it herself and why other people might want to do it. And that's honestly the same reason for me as well. You know what I saw? This is way off topic. But I saw this type of green. It's like a collard green, but it's something else, and it's really hardy. And like you can eat everything about it. What was it called? It's something. It's like a collard green, but it's like way hardier, and it's got more nutrients. And I forgot what it's called, but that's what I wanted to grow this summer. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know why I brought it up.
Grow a food forest right now. That's like what we're working on, and so we've gotten a lot of different things. And what I recently grabbed is lamb's ear, so we're gonna learn what to do with lamb's ear.
I have no idea what that even is. Nice.
It's like a really soft plant. It feels really like it feels like lamb's ear. So I'm looking at your comment where you said there's so many different reasons, but as I'm looking at what you said, better tasting food, more nutrient dense, reduce pesticides and herbicides, access to more variety, I'm not seeing that on your about page at all. So I think that's something that could be added here. What we normally do, can you bring up the framework?
I will.
because
Here's the
there
framework.
is
And I got the
a framework.
I got the about page highlighted in blue there.
Perfect. What we normally do is we go with, and this is like, there's no one right way to do an about page. This is what is I call the foolproof way, because it would work for anybody. But we go with promise, like what's the one tangible thing that they will get when they join? Like what's the one focused outcome? That would be the first line, because what you want to do when you're reading an about page is you want the first line to capture their attention. It's essentially the hook. It's exactly what they're reading it and they're going, yes, I want that. Because that's going to make them read the rest of it, and that's going to actually put in their mind as they're reading it that this is all going to help them get to that one promise. The next thing that we would do is proof. You have plenty of proof, and like I think part of the really cool thing from your YouTube is all the visuals, and I think that when I'm looking at your page, do we only get 5 photos or do we get 6?
You get 10.
Now I'm not remembering.
Oh, for that? Oh,
I think
don't
we
know.
get 6. So you might even have one where you could even put the difference between, like, even the carrots, or even like showing a little bit of like the problem or pain that other people have had. It's like you could say from these carrots to this kind of carrot, from imperfect potatoes and having like a low harvest of potatoes to having the perfect potatoes. Like that's something that would visually show me as I'm going through your images, going, okay. And
So the first thing you said is a promise, and you said you should really just focus on one outcome. So, I mean, grow your own food, is that the outcome that she should teach, or should it be more like what do they get from growing their own food, or why they grow their own food?
well, it would be she could even put in there like from her what she was saying as far as better tasting food, nutrient dense, pesticides, herbicides. I would probably go in and find what is the main reason why they're wanting. What I'm thinking is like taste, like more flavorful food that they can trust is basically what I'm seeing, because that includes the nutrients dense. I don't know. Here's one of those things that I have a hard time, because my mom is or she doesn't like me calling her a dietitian because she didn't have to practice it since she stayed as a stay-at-home mom, but she is like a registered dietitian. One of the things from her continuing education is that it was like, for 1 cup of broccoli, like from a few years ago, that would have as more nutrients in that 1 cup of broccoli than like a bushel of broccoli nowadays. Because they just
that's
lost
crazy.
so much nutrients. Like you'd have to eat that much volume. That's why microgreens are so popular nowadays.
Oh, I remember what I was trying to remember. Winged beans. That's what I want to grow. Winged beans.
Winged beans.
Yep.
That's such a interesting name for a bean. So what I would say right here, and it might be hard to focus on one, but what you could do is, because right after you go after promise, you go into proof, and this is where you tell them they can get the promise. So I would probably focus on
Yep. Back to the proof.
back to the proof. So you have the promise where they are growing their own food. Like you are going to have your own food and not waste all the money and time and like energy on trying to figure out how to garden better, right? Because who knows, they might put plants that are incompatible next to each other if they just YOLO and threw everything in a bed, you know?
That sounds like something I would do.
Or then all of a sudden they start to grow sunflowers near it, and then everything dies.
Yeah. Or if you grow like a watermelon next to a cantaloupe, you just get these horrible hybrid.
Yeah, last year my dad just likes to plant things sometimes when he comes out here, because we have our family acreage. We have 20 acres out here. And I had started growing cucumbers in the garden beds. Well, he didn't move his watermelons far enough away. So we had cucamelons.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
so he's convinced that all these different watermelons that he tried, like these different varieties, are just not sweet. And I'm like, it's not that they're not sweet, Dad. It's the fact that you planted them way too close to our cucumbers.
They just did it wrong.
They
That's what I was
tasted like
talking about. Yeah,
cucumbers.
that's what I meant to say. Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
cucumbers.
So, but this is where you could say if you have people that have been in the DIY gardening or you've helped people in the past, that's where you would bring in these other moments of talking. Like, we'll just use Eric. Eric wanted to reduce pesticides and herbicides in the food that that his family was consuming. So he joined DIY gardening and he went through my my practical guides and did the step-by-step plans. He was asking questions, and now he has better tasting food that's more nutrient dense. See, you're fitting those three things all into like one proof kind of statement.
Yep.
And then the plan, which you kind of have like inside here, you'll find live Q&As and workshops to learn and troubleshoot in real time. What I'd like to tell people is, like, even though this isn't bad, which, by the way, you would want a space between the check mark and the L so it lines up with the other ones. This is like when you notice how, like, pinpointed I'm looking at things. If you read that, that could be on anybody's About page, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody could have live Q&A workshops, learn and troubleshoot in real time. And about AI, about Pokemon, about like all these different things. I would say it's better to make these the plan a little more shorter, compact things and give it a name. So, I would even probably break it up, be like live troubleshooting Q&A or live gardening troubleshooting Q&As. What kind of workshops are you going to be doing? Is it going to be like soil workshops, or is it going to be companion planting workshops? Give it some sort of like understanding that this is specific to yours. Same with practical guides, checklists, and resources. It doesn't tell me how that is fully related to you or what you're teaching, because I'm reading it and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but none of it made me go, oh, I need this, right?
Yeah.
And I always say cut out a community of gardeners learning and growing together. A lot of people are doing this lately where they're just saying it's a community, and that's kind of already implied because you're joining a community.
It's like, I hope it's not a no judgment space.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that kind of makes me think it is.
It makes me question on whether or not that could be happening in other places too. So I always say just cut those two out. In fact, a lot of people that like take what they're thinking about doing for an About page, throw it into AI. AI ends up adding those things.
It's a no fluff community.
Yeah. And I it's not bad to have an intro, but I usually say save your intro for something in the images, because you want to have like less is more when you're talking about an About page. So when you give them the promise, you give them the proof. The promise is there to tell them like where they're saying, yes, I want this. The proof is telling them to identify themselves in the person that just went through it, even if that person is yourself. And that's where you could say like, I'm Megan. I was wanting to not have the pesticides, herbicides, all of those things. Like you could use yourself if you don't have proof of other people. It's better if you have proof of other people though.
Can I share something really quickly?
Go ahead.
Can I show the Skool About page? Because I didn't know what you meant by this until I saw that.
Oh yeah. Show the Skool About page.
Because when you're talking about proof and sharing like member results, like see how this, like the blue part, like it says schoolers say, and then it gives two examples, Calvin Hollywood and Matt Ryder. And it's like, there's like a little 1 sentence little what they got out of it. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty cool, I thought.
Can you pull it up a little bit closer?
I'll make it
because the highlight, it makes it harder to read.
Yeah. I'll make it a little bit bigger for that part. 1 second. No momento. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, this part.
Okay. Yeah, so top schoolers say, Calvin Hollywood, you can save a lot of time and make more money. Matt Ryder, the failed payment DM automation was essential to his #1 school games finish. For some reason, they're showing kind of blurry right now, the screenshots. But let me see. Can I try pulling it up real quick? Because I want to show a couple of things based off of Scoots.
Sure thing.
Mine is going to be in dark mode, but I'm just giving everybody a heads up for that.
What? Dark mode. No.
Yeah, I got a different. I really like light mode, but I have a big screen now, and I used to be the person that was like light mode only, and then when I got this screen, I was like, man, I'm gonna go blind if I continue to be stubborn in my light mode ways. Okay, so see that first sentence? Make your school easier to run while increasing your monthly revenue. Immediately, yes,
It's a
right?
good promise.
This is more proof where it's like Scoot CRM is trusted by 22 school games winners. Now, this is proof in a way where you would want, this is how you would want to read proof when it comes to like a software or something that is helpful in like tech language, right?
Mhm.
And then there's Troy McNeely was able to close 15K in revenue with no sales calls. That's crazy. Tran Man Duck saved over 2 full weeks of working hours every month. Then top schoolers, Calvin and Matt. So now it's like I recognize these people. I also recognize the emojis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it talks about the plan. And then much more. Includes a one-on-one system setup completed in under 20 minutes, limited time only. So that's like a little bit of urgency there. Because like if I'm thinking about this, yeah, I definitely want someone to help set up stuff because I like things to be easy.
And then a
And
really
then-
simple call to action.
Yeah, very simple. Click start free trial now. So that like goes like, oh yeah, why wouldn't I start a free trial and see this and see how it's working?
Yeah.
So that's how
I love their about page. It's great.
Yeah, you want to know a silly
Don't.
funny thing?
No way.
Me and Arden worked on this one because remember back a few weeks ago, you can go back to the one where it was me and Arden when you weren't here. We went over this about page too.
That's right. Y'all did this live.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
So-
it. Sorry.
Oh, Eric, what the heck?
I was
So-
at the zoo. What do you want me to do?
You were supposed to tell the giraffes to hang on. But also, by the way, I just wanted to bring this one up. I love this picture of you holding this carrot because if anybody's ever tried to grow a carrot before, they're immediately
thin. Small.
or janky. They look like,
Yeah.
you know that saying from that show where it's like, this is my good hand,
Yeah.
you know? That's what it reminds me of when I look at like messed up carrots.
That's a big carrot.
You know? So that's what I would say about the plan side. And then personally gardening in North Texas, Zone 8, but the skills and principles taught here apply anywhere. That's so important for a gardener. Like I think I'm in Zone 7. And so I would know Zone 8. I would know that I would need to like tweak a couple of things to make sure that it's applying correctly.
Would you keep that in there? That I personally garden in zone 8, but the skills are apply anywhere?
I'd probably would have added that. So if I was doing the promise at the top, if I did proof of somebody else, and then I could also add my own proof where I'm like, I'm Megan and I did this so that I could have more variety and know that the nutrient dense stuff, like add that in there. And I was wanting to learn what works and avoid common mistakes for North Texas Zone 8. That's where I would put that in there. And then I found out that the principles could be taught anywhere or could apply anywhere. That's how I would put it, like kind of jink it into the front part, not towards the end. Because what I want them to do is I want them to read the promise. I want them to read the proof and anything else. Go through the plan. If you have one more thing to say, I would make it quick and I would make it another reason for them to just say yes at the end. And then that CTA that's very clear, like join now, start your free trial now, or
Because they're not schoolers. They're coming from YouTube.
yeah.
So-
And if it's a free community, what did I put on here? I put join for full access to resources on mine because it's a free community. And then on the about page it says like, what is Skool? Click join group. It's free. It's like they're not going to lose anything because you have a free community. So you could even lean into that. Be like, come start learning for free today, and then put like join now, right? Get full access to all the resources for free now.
I like
So.
the more like direct ones, like click join the button now or click free trial, or I don't know.
Yeah, people want to be told what to do.
They do.
And
Tell me
it
what to
helps
do.
them have the direction that they need to go with. You know what I mean?
People are dumber
Like
than
there's
you
no
think.
questions. Nice, Eric. So, yeah, and she's saying, I was reading her comments, she does have proof of other people, which is great. And yeah, carrots are very hard to get right.
Yeah. Sarah said it's the true
Ye-
test of a gardener.
It's the fact that you have a premium tier, that's great. You don't necessarily even have to hint that you have a premium tier, because you could just put in here like what you have available, and then they'll find out if they want more, they can get more, you know.
Yeah, it's great though. Nice work.
I love your page, and in fact I have to join it because, you know,
I'm also
I'm
have to join it.
gardening.
I'm also going to subscribe to the YouTube.
Oh yeah, can we throw her can we
Yeah.
put her YouTube on? Versus
What?
Can we
No,
put her
no,
YouTube
wait,
on
no,
there?
no.
Pull it
Well-
up.
Yeah, well, I actually already threw it up earlier and then I deleted it. Hold on.
I was trying to avoid the word pull it.
No, the official word is throw up. You're just gonna have to
Oh
deal
my
with it.
gosh. Okay.
We don't put things up. We throw things up. But yeah, I'll fine. I'll put it on. Jeez.
Okay.
But here is her YouTube. Her videos are freaking awesome. It's at DIYG.gardening. Check it out.
Gardening.
Check it out. Learn how to grow
Yes.
massive garlic.
That's what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about gardening garlic.
Yep.
I always forget. That's another thing. In case you don't have this in there, because I mean, obviously I just clicked it to join today. But in case you don't have it in there, those reminders of like when it's time to start gardening your garlic, I miss it every year. It's so sad.
Very brief
I'm
window.
like, dang it.
But yeah, that was DIY gardening. Let's move on to the next. Who do we want to work on next? Who are we talking to now? Let me remove all this other stuff.
Okay.
We're
which
gonna
one?
we're gonna do three others. This is go down the line here. We got The Body Space by Frequenties. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to tell me.
I'm going to pull this up on my page so I can see it better.
Okay. All right.
And
I'll
it's
see
a
if I
public
can-
community.
I'm gonna zoom
So,
in a little.
all right. I think what I know this person for is, I think while I've been off, because I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in Schoolers. I think she's newish and she's been looking for a way to do faceless. And I think that's how she came to this community. And so I think it is a brand new one.
Yeah, 9 people. Pretty new, probably.
And in case you don't know this, you do have your community public. So you might have a little bit harder with conversions unless you are going for it to be ranking like googly indexed is what I call it.
Yeah. There is a premium and a VIP.
There is?
There is.
Okay. All right. But we also know, like, from, I think his name was Jacques, the one that does freemium from School News the other day. He also has a public community.
Yeah, that was crazy. A freemium making $30K a month.
Yeah, that's pretty
Public?
cool.
That's wild.
So I'm reading this. It's more people are discovering that nervous system dysregulation sits beneath so much of what people carry: exhaustion, overwhelm, shutdown, chronic illness, autoimmune conditions, flare-ups, and the feeling that your body is working against you. The body space helps you understand what state your system is in and how to shift it. This is for sensitive, perceptive, low energy people who want practical tools to restore inner connection, regulate their body, and support healing from within. As a healing practitioner living trauma-free with MS, my mission is to make the nervous system regulation and self-healing activation effective and simple. We work with the vagus nerve, breath, fascia, chi, and the body's innate intelligence, the tangible and subtle systems that shape how we function, recover, and change. Inside, you'll find Soma Key protocol, simple practice is live workshops, resources, support, and people doing the work in real life. Enter the body space, learn new system, change from within. That is really, it's really beautiful, like the way that it's written. I don't know that it's going to necessarily convert the way that you would want it to convert, because when people are coming from this page, my guess, let me see. You have a link here. Does that goes to a website? All right. I don't know if she has any.
I don't see a link. Where do you see a link?
On her own profile.
Ah. Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing that you have anything linked for social media or anything, so I would wonder where your traffic is coming from. I would still say it's better to kind of sit with one promise. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with one promise, you could also go with one statement. A lot of times when it comes to like health, people feel really nervous about adding a promise because you don't want to like get in trouble for making claims, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't feel comfortable with a promise, then go with a really bold statement that somebody could say yes to. So that's kind of where your first one is, but it's too long. There's too much there. In fact, reading all of these where it's got a bunch of different commas where it's like exhaustion, overwhelm, shutdown, chronic illness, autoimmune conditions, flare-ups, that it sounds like you're trying to include everybody, which, yes, everybody probably could be included with nervous system dysregulation. However, you're hitting on the point of overwhelm, where as they read this, it is overwhelming, and it almost feels like...
Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not me. Yeah,
or not even, that's not me. It's like you're reading it and you're going, this is going to be too much to take on right now. Or I'm too exhausted, and you're saying all this stuff, and it sounds so overwhelming that like right now I can't figure this out. It would end up being one of those communities that you want to have a bookmark for, because you're like, I know I probably need this, but I need it when I can take something like this on.
Mm-hmm. Especially coming from people with autoimmune conditions, probably have a lot of chronic fatigue. Mm-hmm. This sounds like a lot.
I would say, especially with it being a free community, there's not much buy-in for people to like need to do it right now. I would probably say just go ahead and give them like that short, like the nervous system dysregulation causes so much of what people are dealing with as far as health issues, right? You could list them below, but then list them where it's like a bullet point kind of thing, where I could look at it and be like exhaustion, overwhelm, shutdown, chronic illness, rather than trying to read it in a line. Why does that change it? I think it's because as someone's reading it, it feels overwhelming, like it's dragging on, versus like at the end of a bullet point, it's already over. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
And you could even put yourself as proof, because you're saying, as a healing practitioner living pharma-free with MS, my mission is to make the nervous system regulation and self-healing activation effective and simple. That is where I would put that towards the top. Like, say your first statement and then say that next line for your proof. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then it would be...
plan.
I don't think you need to say, like, the body space. This is, like, what it's doing. In fact, I would probably put that second paragraph somehow, like, maybe even read it. Like you don't, because I know you're wanting to be faceless, but you could put that on a, like in a written thing, and then make a video or make it a image, because you have up to 6 images that you can put in your about page. But that put that up there for them to read if they choose they want to read it.
Because that's not a really clear call to action. It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah. And we work with the vagus nerve, like you could put that inside of the plan. In fact, like live workshops on on chi or on the fascia, simple practices for breathing. Give them the inside you'll find the Somoki protocol, and then put some reasons to what you were already talking about, like the vagus nerve, and then resources to help you understand the body's innate intelligence, right? So that becomes your plan. And then rather than enter the body space, learn your system, change from within, that shouldn't be your last sentence. It should still be like a join now. Like you could put that as like the last thing that you want to say, and then put the call to action below it.
Yeah.
So join for free and get all the resources inside, that kind of thing.
Yes. That's right. And then
So-
Sarah made a good point to double check. And this is for everybody. Your about page on mobile, because it does look different. And there's a time where I checked mine, and like my emojis were not lining up right. I'm like, dang it.
Mm-hmm.
So double check.
Always check the mobile device. A lot of people are on their mobile when they're using Skool too. So like even if you are going to get schoolers or people from Skool, like that's where your traffic's coming from, you'll still want to have it where people can read from their about page. Because I know plenty of like Skool owners that use their desktop and all of that for when they're working, but then they're like, when I'm on Skool just for myself, I'm on my phone.
Yeah. I'm on the app like 90% of the time. I rarely actually use the website.
So that's what I would say about that one. And welcome to Skool, since you're new.
Noise.
Very happy to have you.
Woohoo. Yay. All right, so that was the body, the cutoff. that was the. Oh, I forgot. What was the name?
The body space.
The body space. Awesome.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go to.
Oh, let's do Dadscaped next, because this is my man. This is my man, by Michael. Dadscaped. I'm actually in this community. He's a really cool dude. Like, he really cares, which I appreciate. Like, there's a lot of schoolers that don't, and he does.
That's
So
awesome.
let's get into it.
He's the one that shared the cow dad joke where it's like they can't make round bales anymore because they're not getting a square meal.
Yeah,
I think that's the one like his dad shared with him or something like that.
that's a good dad joke. Of course, you would expect him to have a good dad joke because he's got the dad community.
Exactly. As I'm reading it, well, first of all, the first thing that I noticed is it's a free community. It's got 197 people. That's great. It goes straight into lost 60 pounds getting my shit together by stacking small wins and raising standards for myself, my home, and my family. I challenge you to do the same. Now, I think that a challenge for other guys is not a bad thing. Like, I don't think this is bad. I do wonder how it reads when people first join it if they don't know who he is. So, like Eric, I think you knew about him before you joined Dadscaped, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was in the traffic lounge, and he was just active, and I thought he was cool, and so I joined. Yeah.
Would you have joined based off of this? Like, how would you have looked at this?
I did
about
honestly.
page?
Straight up, honestly, I didn't even know what his community was about or what he did. I just liked him as a
Okay.
person.
All right. So, I still read this as this is talking about you. And this isn't meant to like hurt anybody's feelings, but most people when they are coming, if they don't know you already, right? Mm-hmm. And they're just coming to your about page, they don't care who you are. They're here to see what it is for them. So it would be better for the intention to be whatever they're wanting to have at the very top, which is like we say that promise. It doesn't mean that the sentence is lost. It might actually be better to be put into his own proof. So if he could have a statement at the top where it's like, if you're wanting to raise your standards for yourself, your home, and your family, you can start by join Dadscaped, or like start by stacking small wins. It all comes together by stacking small wins, something like that. And then it would go into, I'm Mike, and I lost 60 pounds by getting my shit together, and I started just like you. And then he could put even as a different sentence below, like a separate, where it says, I challenge you to do the same. Like, make that very clear, right?
So what draws me to him is like, it very much speaks to me, because this whole thing, if you watch his like VSL, it's basically saying like, yeah, you do have all this energy to put towards something, you just don't know what to put it towards, which is mean to an absolute T. And so yeah, that's kind of what he teaches, is like getting your shit together. It's like his whole thing. And it's like, and so there's like stuff about like working out and like, you know, being focused on the more important things, and it's pretty neat, but it's not super clear, just to be honest.
So that would be even better. It was like, you could call it out from the beginning. You could say, you know, it's time to get your shit together. And something like that towards the beginning. And then it goes into his proof about how he did get his shit together, stacking the small wins. And yeah, where I'm reading like, learn small consistent wins, stack faster than any big plan. The next part where it says show up daily, handle the basics, the results will follow, no perfect routine required, no PDF needed, just consistency. That could be its own separate line, because it's not even about, that's almost like a statement, not necessarily that's included with who Mike is, right?
Yeah.
Because like when I'm reading this, I'm thinking this is about Mike. And when you join, you'll find simple daily challenges that force real action, an accountability room where proof matters more than talk.
So if you click that guide, it'll bring you to like who's a little section that's called "Who's This For," and he's like talking about. He says, if you have opinions about grass seed but can't remember the last time you sat on your floor and played with your kids without looking at your phone, I was like, damn. Like, that's a pretty good
See,
line.
that would be better to be on the About page. In fact, I don't like the fact that he has a guide assessment at the bottom. You're taking them away from making that decision to join. In fact, it would be better to say, as soon as you join, you will immediately get the Get Your Shit Together guide. As soon as you join, you get that. It's a free community, right? So all you have to say is like you could even say all this like in the first 7 days if you want. But to me, this sounds like a lot, right? Like you better have just hyped me up before I read this. Like I should already have, like the people that should be coming to this and saying yes to this are the ones that just heard him like go on a rant on YouTube. And he already like got me going, yeah, hell yeah, I need to know this. Like that kind of feeling, right? And then I can read this and actually want to read all of this through. If I'm seeing this on About page, this is too much. Like if I'm just coming from the discovery.
Yeah.
Because like in your first 7 days, you could even put that in one of the media. He's using all his media right now. But, and even his proof is a little bit hard to read. I would make your proof like way easier to read because that would be better. Especially like on a mobile device, it would still be hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like you crammed all of that in there. Instead, you wanted to show that you're like inside Dadscaped. You have your fitness, mind, home. It's just like you put so many words on here. You basically word vomited on them and then said, hey, join.
I'm going to show you what it looks like when I pull it up on the computer. I can't even read it.
Yeah.
I'd have to actually click into it to actually see it.
But if you told them that they were going to get this guide assessment, say, within the first 3 minutes of like joining or something, you'll get your shit together guide, because you could put that in your auto DM.
True.
Be like, as promised, now that you've joined, here's the link to this, because you don't want a link that's sending them off of platform and then hoping that as they read this, because here's the thing, as they go through this start here guide, they're going to be like, did they have time to actually go through this right now, or are they saving it and they're going to save it and go through this, and then later they have to remember to join Dadscaped?
So it's like putting a step in between. Too much friction.
Yeah, there's too much friction. And then, so if you would just say like join group now, that would be better for the ending call to action. I think you'd have more people join. Does he have plans inside there?
Yeah, he does. He's got a premium.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he has like a private course too. That's like something separate, but
Okay. He has, I see that he has a pro plan. He has his links available to the public, like before they join, where it says upgrade your plan, create your community, daily reps challenge. I would actually go into your plugins page. Are you able to pull that up on the side?
which one? The
Should
plans page?
No, here, I'll do it.
Yeah, just pull it up. Pull it up. You do it.
Okay.
You do it.
So if they're coming from Skool and they're on a desktop, this is not applicable if it is on a mobile device. Okay. So right on the right side.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Those links, none of those links are going to apply to anybody that is
Outside of the community.
making the choice to join. Because if you say create your community, right, it's gonna put them through them trying to think about like, oh well, what could I create a community on, right? You don't need them to think about that while they're trying to make the decision to join. Your daily reps challenge, that's something that is another community, so it's like an affiliate link to somebody else's community, so you're again taking them away from deciding to join yours. And then upgrade your plan, they can't even see that unless they're in your community.
Right.
Like they can't click on it. So I would just go into your plugins page and hide all of that from public view. Should be like once they're in the community.
Yep.
So
I like it.
that is what I see here. But I obviously, I think that does he have a YouTube channel or Instagram or any of that?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he does. I know.
Okay.
I think he has an Instagram. Let me look.
Cool. I see his YouTube.
Yeah,
Looks
he
like
does.
he's active.
Yep, he does. He posts.
I haven't looked to see if you have any CTAs in there, but I think it'll help with once you do change this around a little bit, making it where they do just get them to join. The whole point of the About page right now is just get them to join, and then you could start sharing all this extra stuff. Like that's when they're going to be ready to read more about everything else.
He does pretty good on his Instagram, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now
That's pretty
I'm
good.
curious.
But crushing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushing it. But I like the line about that he had in the assessment about you know how to mow your grass perfectly and make it look like a golf course, but all right, when's the last time you sat on your floor and played with your kids looking at your phone? That line hits.
Yeah. That should be in there. Like if there's a line, ask your people. Like see, Eric already is telling you something that like hit for him. Which is funny because you are into your lawn a lot.
Man, I'm a huge lawn guy.
If that's something that hits for him, ask your people, poll them, ask them what was something that you said that made them go like, damn. Like I need to do something. Like there was a person that was like working with people on confidence for getting their pictures taken for moms. Because they were like, I remember it was something like, don't let your insecurities of taking photos of yourself with your kids because you don't feel like perfect in your body yet or whatever. Don't start taking pictures in a way that erases the memory of you, because they shared a story about how somebody was taking photos and then their mom passed away, and they went to go look through the photos to try to even find photos of them with their mom for like the funeral, and there was like no photos of their mom.
Man.
And they're like, you essentially erase the memory of you in the memories that you were trying to keep. And that was like, that killed their kids. Like the realization, like it hurt them so bad to realize that. And so she used that as a reminder, and she told other people, like, make sure you take pictures, even if you don't feel perfect yet, even if you feel insecure, at least take some photos, because those photos are exactly what your kids need, especially if something were to happen to you.
That's good.
So
That's good.
that was something that they ended up using for like their marketing, and it really did work because people realized that they were doing that. So you would want to find those kinds of things and say that, because sometimes we need permission to do what we know we already need to do, right? And then sometimes we also need someone to call out what we've been hiding or not telling ourselves, right?
Yep.
We've been trying to excuse and try to ignore, right? We know we should be less on our phones, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, did you realize that like 90% of the time that you spend with your kids is before they're 18?
I know, that one hurts a lot.
Yeah, but you're going to spend your time on your phone?
I don't know. My kids say they're never going to move out, so I don't know.
Right. I'm down with that. I'm cool with that for like if they don't. I'm not the kind of person that's like, once they're 18, they're out on their own. I'm like, once you're 18, how can I help
I'll never
you feel
understand that.
so relaxed to stay here? You know?
Yeah, I'll never understand that mentality, but yeah,
Me
nice
either.
work. Nice work. Oh.
Yes. Oh, that was the
Yeah.
end of that that sound that we cut
There
off.
we go. There we go. All right, last one. We got one more community that we're going to take a look at. I'm going to pull it up here. Inner
Okay.
authority. Respect my authority.
That's what it makes me think. Respect my authority. All right.
I'm going
Let's
to
see.
make it a little bit bigger for the rest of us to see.
Okay.
This one looks way different than the others. It's right off the rip.
I feel like I'm missing something when I look at it.
I know it feels. I got the same vibe. It's like, I guess because it's just short 2-sentence words, like all the way down.
So the first thing I read is helping men and women rebuild self-trust, make clear decisions in your relationships. Because like the first time, like when I read that first one, I'm like, why do they want to build self-trust? And then it answers it where it says make clear decisions in your relationships. How can you word that together where it's a sentence that flows better? Make clear decisions in your relationships by rebuilding self-trust. That could be it. It doesn't have to be men and women, right? So it could just be make clear decisions in your relationships by rebuilding self-trust. Boom. There's your promise. Then I would want some proof. It's like feel more confident, calmer, and grounded. It could be take somebody that you've helped or yourself and say like, before I kept second guessing myself. I was over explaining. I kept seeking reassurance every time I was making a decision. But now I went through the framework because like I'm seeing a lot of things that are just not clear enough to tell me more. And now I feel more confident, calmer, and grounded. So see how the stop and the feel could actually be turned into a promise or not a promise, a proof, if you would tie it into like storytelling. Stories tend to sell more than just stating what something is.
Yeah. Also, what is a practical framework?
Yeah, I would say like the framework, like in our weekly live calls. So you're telling me that these all happen, real world application, guided reflection, frameworks all happen in live calls? Or do you have frameworks in here and you also have weekly live calls?
Yeah.
So I would probably take this and try to give me more clear, like, because what I want from an about page is I need me to say yes, I need to believe that I can do it, and I need the clarity to go, okay, I understand what's inside,
Yep.
even if it's free, right? Learning how to spot self-abandonment early, restore clarity, calm, and confidence, start reference. Give me 1 second.
Sarah said something that made me realize what I thought looked weird about this is that there's bullets all the way down on one side, and on the other side it's emojis all the way down, and it's just that's what looks strange to me. It's all the bullets and all the emojis.
Yeah, I like click join to start. That is still clear at the bottom, but as I'm reading the rest of it, like you're designed for real everyday change, clear understanding. I don't have clear understanding right now. I need to have more depth to this because this could be anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to your framework, like what tangible thing will they get when they join a focus one outcome? Like what is the focus one outcome here?
I don't. I mean, the outcome, my only guess based off what she has said, because there's not enough, is that I'm rebuilding self-trust, so I'm going to be able to make clearer decisions. So when I'm looking inner authority, my only thing that I can read from this is that, and like we can also look at her about page images. It says stop doubting yourself, learn how to rebuild self-trust. So I think that this is all about just self-belief, right?
Yeah.
When I look at her group decision, it's rebuild self-trust to make clear decisions in your relationships without people pleasing or second guessing yourself. Her group description is better than her first 2 sentences. So I would say use something like that instead. Actually, but I would switch it. I still think I would say make clear decisions by rebuilding self-trust.
Yep. Self-trust.
Yeah.
Is that even in there?
So-
Is that even in the about page? Yeah, it is. It's the first
Yeah,
line.
self-trust is the first line,
Okay.
but it's just you don't even get to that point because you don't know what is, like, you're so distracted by the emojis, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought the same. Jenna, you're muted. Hello.
Yes, I'm having children
Oh,
have
you're fine.
woken up.
It's totally
And-
fine. We're almost done with this.
Live, laugh, love my life. But anyways,
I do love the CTA though.
yeah, click join to start. That is very clear. I want to know more though. Like, I want to understand it a
Yeah.
lot better.
Love you.
No, you cannot speak to me right now. Hold on 1 second.
Love you.
I love you too.
We'll go back. We'll go back to your about page framework one more time for everybody joining in late. You got the promise, the proof, and the plan. As long as you get those 3 things, you're
Yeah,
Gucci.
I think that's it. If Tina was here, I would be able to ask her more questions to like bring up what it's about, and we could probably go more from there. But I hope this is helpful enough for you to understand. If you will give them more tangible things so that they can feel, I think that's what I want. Like, if I'm already looking at this and I'm trying to build self-trust and I'm trying to make a clear decision, then I want to be able to read your stuff and already know that making a decision to join would be a good decision, rather than going, I don't know if this is going to be mostly like stuff written by ChatGPT for me.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I think
Look at
that
us.
is it.
We did 4 about pages in an hour. Look at that. Crushing. Absolutely crushing.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow, what are we talking
Okay.
about tomorrow? Tomorrow's our silly, willy, nilly, crazy fun day.
Yes. In fact, tomorrow I think that we were gonna see like how many rabbit trails we can go down.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be interesting
Yes,
because
it's
we
gonna
can go
be
down
fun.
some rabbit trails. Tell me. So bring your weird and crazy questions tomorrow because it's gonna be a
Yes,
fun one.
bring something that you think would end up making us go down a rabbit trail, because that'll be
Yep.
fun to see how far we go down the rabbit trail and where it leads. Because then we'll be like, where did we even start?
Yep.
You know.
The last thing I want to
that's-
say is for the 4 people that put your about page on there. This a round of applause to you because you're very brave to put yourself out there like that, and it doesn't always feel good to have someone roast you like that. But you know, I think Jenna was pretty nice. I think she's pretty
I found it. I found the applause one.
nice.
Yeah, and honestly, like when we're going through it, we're reading it to also, we want it to be clear enough because we know you want to help people. That's why you're on Skool, right? If you're on here to help people, we want to make sure that those people are able to say yes and actually get your help, because you're here to help them, to provide a service, right? And to provide a space for them to feel like they belong. So we want them to make sure that they have the clear yes or no that yes, they do want to belong with you guys, you know?
Yeah.
I think
So
that's kind
congrats.
of like the whole point of why we're doing this, right? We just want people to be able to find their space and say yes.
Yeah. I'm just
So.
doing it for the money. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. We make so much from YouTube
I know.
already.
We made a big fat $0. So,
From YouTube. Yeah.
all right. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
Bye.